You may have wondered why Louis XVI was executed. In 1774, Louis XV died, leaving his grandson to ascend the throne as the new King of France at just 20 years old. He inherited a nation burdened with problems, including the rising price of bread. To tackle these issues, the king assembled the Estates General, a body of representatives from three distinct social classes to vote on solutions. But the Third Estate had other plans. They demanded Louis XVI help form a new government. Unsurprisingly, he refused to give up his power. In fear that the king would have his political opponents arrested, an angry mob of 900 people stormed the Bastille fortress. The drawbridge came down and the crowd stormed in, with the angry mob killing 7 men guarding the fortress. Now shockingly, the revolutionaries found only 7 prisoners in the entire building. However, the military base contained the weapons and gunpowder for the resistance to use against the French government, which eventually, the revolutionaries would march to the Palace of Versailles, forcing Louis XVI and his family to move to another palace in Paris. They were placed on house arrest during the country's transition, where they were not allowed to leave. So one night, Louis XVI and his wife Marie Antoinette put on a disguise. They jumped into a carriage with their family to flee to northeastern France, where Austria and its locals would be there to protect them, which during their escape, they had to make a stop for repairs. And while Louis XVI was talking to the peasants, the town's postmaster noticed he looked oddly familiar, realizing he looked exactly like the portrait of the country's king on his French gold coin. He jumped on a horse to alert the revolutionaries in the next town over, leading to Louis XVI and his family being arrested. And because of this, Louis XVI and his wife would finally be held to face trial for the charges of committing treason. Found guilty, Louis XVI was sentenced to the guillotine. After his execution, his severed head was held up to a cheering crowd.